what is considered as cheating in job interviews? The first topic is AI rewarded CVs. So is this considered as cheating? No. However, if you fully reward your CV using AI, you should understand they will notice this. So basically you're setting a rather dangerous precedent of an AI, so to speak, candidate. However, in my experience, the best use case using AI in your CV would be to fix your grammatical mistakes and to make, some minor polish work in there. Right? But overall, this is not considered as cheating. The second one, cheat sheets. Are they considered as cheating during job interviews? If you're using a piece of paper with some notes on it, or even if you use your notes on your computer screen, is this cheating or not? Again, it's not cheating. However, you should understand that if you do not tell them that, hey, you know what, I have a cheat sheet, I have some notes that I would like to keep during the interview, you might be susceptible as someone using some sort of AI agents, right, who tells you what to say during job interviews, or maybe you have someone who's helping you off camera, right? So you're using some external help. So what I would recommend you to do here would be to be upfront with them. Hey, you know what, I have a few notes here. Is that okay if I use these notes during my job interview? In my experience, it always works. Okay. The third thing I'd like to share here, the third topic to discuss would be, is it okay if you talk about some metrics or a decision which you did not fully own in job interviews? For example, in your elevator pitch, you sell yourself, so to speak. Is this considered as cheating or not? Yes, this is considered as cheating, especially today. So let me explain. Before AI, very few people were able to sell themselves, so to speak, successfully on the metrics, on blurring a little bit the lines with the metrics and with the ownership of their decisions. Now with the proliferation, so to speak, of AI, everyone is trying to impress using these techniques, the metrics and lack of ownership, which you took for the purpose of selling yourself, so to speak, or showing more senior or more qualified than you are in job interviews. And what happens here is that what candidates do not realize is that how easy to read you are during job interviews. So before AI, there were few people attempting this, and it wasn't really successful as advertised. But nowadays, when everyone is testing, everyone is trying this because they think AI will change their life, then the interviewer is far more likely to be listening precisely for these things, which do amount to cheating. So this is why my best advice to you would be to be as blunt, as raw, so to speak, as possible in job interviews, not to raise some concerns about this, because you'll be surprised how these days being genuine actually pays off in these job interviews. Actually an anti-trend that happens here, because interviewers are really fed up with AI candidates, and I made plenty of videos on how Google warns, how Nvidia warns, and many other companies are aware of these trends and try to fight them as much as possible. Next one, is it considered as cheating if you're reading your answers from your computer screen during a job interview? Yes, it's considered as cheating, okay, because it's actually, it's unfair advantage. Who knows who else or how did you arrive to those answers? Maybe someone wrote them for you, so it's considered as cheating. In my experience, there at least there used to be, I'm no longer aware of people doing this, but there used to be some people who were really good with these things, who could actually read their answers from their monitors during the job interview. I'm talking about the behavioral interview questions, and you wouldn't be able to tell about this. But if you hear about this trend, hey, you know what, I'm going to read the answers from the computer screen, you should understand there's very few people who can do this successfully without getting caught. And again, this is considered as cheating in job interviews as well. And the last point I want to talk about here would be memorizing answers to commonly asked questions. Why this company? Tell me about yourself, and the likes. Is this considered as cheating in job interviews? No, it's actually oftentimes regarded as if, hey, you know what, you took the interview so seriously that you try to present, to introduce yourself as good as possible, right? Now, of course, it's not for everyone that it will play to your advantage to memorize answers to commonly asked interview questions. But from here to consider as cheating, there's a long way to go, and this is a practice that's widely accepted. Right, so I hope you found this useful, and thank you very much for watching.